Let's show you how to find the intercepts, that's x and y intercepts, using only the TI-83, which also works for TI-84. First thing we want to do, we want to graph 2x plus 3y equals 12, because this is the example we're going to do. In order to do that, we need to solve for y. So we're going to subtract 2x first to get the y term by itself. And I'm going to write the negative 2x first, just to have standard form. Then we're going to divide everything by 3, and I think this is probably the preferred way or the best way to do it. And then we end up with y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4. So now I'm going to go to my TI-83. I'm going to click on the y equals. I'm going to type in negative 2 divided by 3 x plus 4. Then I'm going to graph it. Now notice when I hit the trace, it automatically comes up with x equals 0. For whatever reason, it's defaulted that way, and that's going to tell me the y-intercept automatically. Y-intercept 0, 4. Now, you could also have done this. You could have hit trace 0, enter. It would have found it that way also, because when you find the y-intercept, you set x equal to 0, so you just substitute 0 in. That's what the trace feature does. You could have also went to the table, switched to second graph, and found where x equals 0. Now, we're going to find the x-intercept, and it's over here. So what I'm going to do, there's a couple ways, there's actually several ways. First thing I'm going to do is go to second trace, which is to calculate. Anytime you see 0, that's the same as y-intercept. So I'm going to hit 2. Now left bound just means we want this cursor to be to the left of where it's crossing the x-axis in this case. So I could have kept it where it's at, but I just want you to be able to see this to the left. And I can use the left and right arrow keys to move it along the line. Then I hit enter. Now that's for a right bound, which means I want to go to the right. And I could use the arrow keys and move it, or I could just do this. I could take a value that's to the right of that, like 9 for example, and hit enter. See that? 9, enter. And it asks for a guess, and I could move it, but I don't actually have to because this is the only 0 or x-intercept I have to worry about. I could just hit enter now, or I could move it to where it's close to it, just whatever you prefer to do. Sometimes it's safer to move it closer to it and hit enter. And it gives us the x-intercept, or the 0, which is 6, 0. Now there's another way to do it, and we're going to use second trace again, which is calculate, and I like to use the intersect key, or intersect feature. Before I can do that, I have to have two different lines intersecting. Right now I only have the main equation. If I hit enter and type in y equals 0, then look at the graph, y equals 0 is actually the x-axis. Even though you can't see that it's graphed, it is graphed. So now I can hit second trace 5 for the intersect, and then I can move it. I really don't have to move it because it's the only 0 that we have, or any intersection point we have between those two lines. Just to show you I don't have to, but it might be better if you do, but I don't have to. I'm just going to hit enter 3 times. And there it is again, 6, 0. So that's the two main ways that I know on how to use the graphing calculator.